turmoil. This kind of violence, this was what we call overkill. This was somebody expressing rage. It is usually somebody that the victim knows.
The prosecution pokes holes in Jeffrey's alibi, that he worked at Diane Needham's house on the day of the murder.
He claimed that he had planted all these flowers over there. Well, he didn't. He had actually planted those flowers approximately 3 days prior to the event, so he's lying. Nobody ever saw his car in her driveway.
There was no indication that he had ever been there.
Jeffrey's ex-girlfriend, Holly Freeman, who he'd broken up with only 2 months prior, takes the stand and sheds light on Pine's relationship with his mother.
They often had discussions about his mother. Every time his mother came up, he would break down. He'd get very emotional. He was always concerned about his sister's safety. In 2010, Jeff tells Holly that if his dad does not file for a divorce, that he's going to move out. The whole situation is untenable.
Yet, Holly's revelations, along with the rest of the prosecution's case, are still circumstantial at best. When the time comes for the defense to present its case, Pine's lawyer makes an unconventional move.
His defense was defense rests. The attorney was betting on the fact that the prosecution simply hadn't proven their case.
The defense doesn't even call a single character witness.
The jury is told that they have 3 alternatives. You have first-degree murder, which is malice of forethought, pre-planning. You have second-degree murder, which does not involve the element of malice of forethought. And then you have acquittal. He's ultimately found guilty of second-degree murder.
It's second degree because the police could never prove that this was premeditated.
The prosecution asked for a sentence of 20 to 40 years, citing his danger to society at large. The judge actually imposes a sentence of 20 to 60 years, a greater sentence than that which was called for by the prosecution.
In 2015, Pine appeals his conviction, saying his trial attorney was ineffective. The appeal is denied.
I think it's very tragic what transpired. This isn't a person with a tremendous amount of malice or anything else. It's just a person that couldn't take it and was in an untenable situation that both he and his father and sister were ill-equipped to deal with, let alone the mother. It's an American tragedy of sorts.
Today, on It Takes a Killer, a serial killer lays siege to upstate New York, targeting women of the night who begin vanishing without a trace one after another. Law enforcement investigates the missing persons cases for nearly 2 years until they gather enough evidence to take down a ruthless criminal who's been living amongst the dead bodies of the women he killed.